Let's go to Stony from Indiana. Stony from Indiana, welcome to the program. What's on your mind today?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, David. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Stony. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So I had a question. Obviously, either whether you're Republican or Democrat, everyone knows funding is how our system runs. I find it interesting in a state like Indiana, for example, with the overturning of Roe v. Wade. There's no real way to support that other than donating to certain nonprofit organizations. But for example, there's fundraising through like license plates. So there's, Riley's Children's Hospitals. They even have one for Tony Stewart, who's, a murderer, as we all know. But there's nothing for abortion. So do you know why that is or how you can change that?
I
Or do you
don't.
have
So
it?
just so I understand, Stony, you're talking about how in some states there's these like pro-life license plates where when you choose it, it's like I remember up in Massachusetts, you could get one that was like Cape Cod and the islands and a little money went to conservation, or you could get one that was whatever else. You're saying that there are states where you're basically a portion of your vanity plate goes to an anti-abortion charity, but you've never seen one that goes to a pro-choice organization.
Exactly. And
I
I
haven't
know
either,
that
and I don't know the answer to. I don't know why. I genuinely have no idea why.
I've seen I've done a bit of research on it, but it's a bit convoluted. There's around 14 states or so that offer something around that range that
Okay.
offer some sort of pro-life sort of plate. I believe, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but from what I've read, if you have like a nonprofit organization, they can submit and have it approved. And it started, of course, in Florida with Jeb Bush
Hmm.
sued and got it overturned. It's got an interesting history, but from what I've been able to gather, the only states that you can really find this in are obviously like California and Oregon and places like that. But in the Midwest, for example, you can find religious vanity plates. We have 60 different available options to us, even the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts,
Yep.
etc. But there's nothing for us everyday people to a support pro life and b be able to
I
kick
think you
back
mean
other than
support
just
pro-choice, right? You meant
or
support pro-choice.
pro-choice.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, correct,
Yeah, I
correct.
mean,
My
listen, if it's
apologies,
as
but
you describe, then it sounds like it requires the activism of submitting and then getting enough votes to make that an option in states. It could, I don't know enough about it, but if that's the case, it's a question of getting an activist campaign going to demand it.
yes, I agree. I think it's just one simple way we can give back
Yeah.
it for that. So yeah, thank you very much, David.
All right, Stony from Indiana, thank you very much for the call. I appreciate that. Why don't we go next? Just, I mean, listen, we're taking calls. We're all here. We're connected. Let's just talk to a few other people. Let's go to Elon from New York. Elon from New York, welcome to the program. What's going on?
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You recently talked about including nuclear energy as a way to combat climate change. And as more interest in nuclear energy starts to grow, do you think that maybe we should start considering thorium as an energy source? Have you heard of thorium?
I've heard about it. I don't know enough about it to be able to really say. We did an interview about fission and fusion and the advancement there. And we've talked about new nuclear as a bridge to totally renewable green energy, et cetera. I just don't know enough about thorium to intelligently weigh in on it.
Oh, can I give you some examples as what I've heard to may convince you?
Yeah, I mean, so are you actually knowledgeable enough about? You're not just spitballing here. You actually know about it.
I did some research on it. I'm a physics major, and I studied some read some articles on thorium.
Okay,
Some
well,
of it is
tell me what it
debatable,
is.
but
Explain to me in the simplest terms. This is a real test of whether one understands something, whether you can
yeah, well,
explain it in really simple terms.
thorium is let me say thorium on the periodic table is atomic number is number 90. It's 3 times more available to the planet than uranium.
Hmm.
It's easier to mine. It has higher concentrations in its ore than uranium. And one of the things that scientists are saying that scientist study says is that it's that while with plutonium it can produce up to 30 times more energy than uranium.
Okay.
and which is up to 2 times more, which is 2.0 like 1 ton of thorium can produce up to 2.5 million. And 1 ton of thorium is equal to clean enough energy equivalent to 2.5 million tons of coal, and it's much more cleaner and efficient um, than the coal mining industry. I'm sorry if I'm spitballing, but that's what I'm pulling from my brain.
Okay, well, listen, I mean, it sounds interesting. I don't know that right now I'm going to learn enough about it to be able to weigh in, but let me research it.
Okay, it's just an interesting topic, and I feel that with nuclear energy being more acceptable, particularly, I'm not sure how much the left accepted. I think we should consider all our options instead of just. I know we're a fan of renewable energy, but I think we should consider all our options in regarding a serious issue like climate change.
We should always consider all of our options. That I'm with you.
Okay, and also a quick question. Now that we're heading into the 224 election season, do you think what main methods do you think the left needs to improve on in terms of marketing? To ensure that whatever candidates or whatever their agenda is for the upcoming elections,
So before we
connect more to the
even get
people.
to tactics, the left has to dramatically improve its messaging and decide on exactly what the platform and the sales pitch essentially is going to be. The left is a little bit all over the place on that. Before we even talk about marketing tactics, they got to figure that out. All right, my friend, I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. A lot of things on people's minds today. Very, very much things on people's minds, which is important.